Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Escaping Normality. Today, I have my boy with me, who I haven't had on in a long time. Actually, it's been a long time, has it not?
It has been. I
What's
don't even
good?
remember the last one,
Yeah,
but
me neither.
definitely like over a year ago.
Oh yeah, for sure. What's good, Ramzoid or Julian?
I'm just chilling back up in Canada, uh, working on music stuff.
Let me tell you why
Not
Canada's
doing a
probably.
whole lot.
Let me tell you why Canada's probably great right now. Because it's starting to get hot. It's probably nice and cool up there, is it not?
It is. No, it's like it's starting to get kind of warm, which is just nice because we've had like the worst winter.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been super cold.
Oh jeez.
Um, but any sort of heat is much welcomed right now, honestly.
Right, right. Okay.
But I guess you would kind of have a similar thing over in New York, I guess.
You would think, but it actually gets really hot during the summertime here. Like it's not
Yeah,
like somewhat hot, like really hot actually in summertime.
damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You would think it would be like, it wouldn't be so bad. It actually gets somewhat bad sometimes.
Wow, that's wild. I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, it gets bad. But let's talk about something more serious than the fucking weather. Who cares about the weather?
True.
People tuning in, they don't give a fuck about the weather. Music,
No,
man. Music.
music
The
is
last time you were on the show, let's just say you were not as big. Let's be honest. You were not as big. How
probably not.
how does it feel that like you're fucking like on top of your game now? Like it's crazy, right?
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but
Dude,
definitely like I don't know, definitely progressing a little bit.
were you not on tour not too long ago, or maybe it was long ago?
Well, I was actually supposed to be on tour, but I mean, I did a little tour like probably half a year ago, and I was supposed to be on tour like last month, but
Right.
obviously due to all the COVID shit, it
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of didn't happen. But yeah, I mean, just been like grinding on the daily on the music stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
trying to give it my best shot.
Now, I love the music videos. Number one, who are you coming up with the outfits for the music videos? Specifically, just you?
Thank you, man. Yeah, the styling is all me.
I love that.
I got my boy Chris Cranston in LA who does most of the directing.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm doing like some input on it and stuff, but like all the fashion stuff is me pretty much.
Right, right, right. Which is good. I love that because on your for people that don't look at your Instagram, we're gonna go take a look right now. See, okay, real quick. I tried. Oh no. See, this is my problem. I wanted to get on Firefox for now for do interviews, just so like I don't know, it's less personal than my Google Chrome. But now I
Right,
forgot.
you got bookmarks and stuff.
Now I forgot that I have to log into my fucking Instagram.
Yeah, true.
For people that
Gotta
don't,
blur that shit.
you know what? Now I have to open up Chrome, which defeats the fucking purpose in the first place of me doing this. Goes to
Yeah,
show
for
how
real.
goes to show how professional I
You
am.
might be able to click on the link. I see there's like a little Instagram box on the right side.
Oh shit, that might work. You're a
That might
fucking
work.
genius. You're a
Hey,
genius.
boom.
You're an actual genius. This is why you're doing so well. You're a genius. All right. So I would say that the majority of your Instagram content is fashion. Would I be wrong to say that?
No, it's definitely true. My Instagram is kind of just like my little place where I can output my fashion like ideas and
Right,
just
right.
outfits and shit. Cause like I don't know when I'm not like touring or traveling and just like staying inside, I'm like I don't know. I just love lots of fashion shit. So the Instagram kind of just gives me a little outlet for that side of things, I guess.
And I love you for that because when I watch other music videos and I like the artists or whatever, a lot of them don't really care about clothes, and a lot of the music videos are less cool because of it. When you have an idea and you have certain pieces to go with that idea, it really makes the music video just that much better. And that just makes it so much better for me.
No, yeah, I definitely agree. Like it's some as someone who's just super into fashion in general, like I definitely am looking for that when I watch a music video. So it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
a natural thing. Because like even if I'm watching like a Travis Scott video or something, I'll see he's got like the Capital leather bomber jacket and
Right,
like
right.
fucking whatever Raf cargo pants. And I'm like just pointing out all this stuff.
Oh
So
god, that
it
was loud.
definitely, as a fashion head, just makes a big difference.
And so who helps you direct these videos? Besides, like I know you do the when it comes to just the actual clothes, but who helps you direct?
Yeah, so it's this guy Chris Cranston,
Okay.
who's based out of Los Angeles. I met him just through Twitter, I think, a couple years back,
Right.
and he was going to film school there at the time. So he was just kind of looking for experience and something to like get his name out, I guess.
Right. Right.
And I was kind of looking for the same type of director because obviously I didn't have like a huge budget or anything
Uh
at the
huh.
time. So it worked out pretty well, and he took care of like all the like gathering of the team and like the direction and just everything basically we would need to make a music video. Also like the editing, he had some friends who were
Mm-hmm.
really good at editing, and he also oversaw all that. Um, so he definitely made it super easy
That's
to
that's that's
easy to
super
make.
cool. That's super cool to me. Like super cool to me because excuse me, for one, you actually like it's like you took a chance on somebody who isn't like a big name or something like that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
for me, I thought I had genuinely thought like you had hired someone with no offense to Chris, but with professional talent, like who had some accolades already under their belt. I couldn't,
right,
you know
right.
what I mean? When I'm watching this, I didn't even think nothing of it. I didn't think, oh, this is probably some dude, some amateur or whatever, anything like that. I just thought it was super, authentic. I thought it was, somebody who, like I said before, had done a lot of this work before.
No, yeah, and he definitely killed it in that aspect of it. Like I was super surprised seeing the final cut of these music videos.
I'm not gonna get in
Like
trouble
he did a
for
great
playing this
job, and now like it's kind of cool because I'll probably only do music videos with him
with
moving
him.
forward. And we can kind of like build off each other and just like kind of build our names up together, I guess, which is which is a cool thing. It's always cool to
Uh
just
huh.
like meet someone from the ground up and like build your vision together over like just hiring some expensive director guy.
Right,
You
right.
know?
I'm not gonna get in trouble for playing this in the background, am I?
Ooh.
Uh oh.
It's signed to a label, so I'm not 100% sure.
The music isn't playing, just the actual video.
You should be fine. I think you should be
Okay,
fine.
okay, yeah, I admit because I
I'll send a little message to whoever I need to try to get it unblocked.
all right, thank you. Yeah, yeah. No, because
Yeah.
I know with the music automatically it'll just get flagged, so I just muted it. But yeah, it should be
Right,
fine.
right. No, yeah, I think you should be good.
Right, I
Should
just
be.
want to make sure because
It's
I don't know
not on like email or anything.
the nuances of YouTube to me are just you get scared.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, I have so many videos that have been flagged
I was
and
just about
like,
to ask that. Really?
yeah, dude. I'm sure. I don't know. Like, depending on what you're playing in the background and stuff, you've experienced the same. But
Cause
YouTube's kind
oh
of
yeah, that's happened to me a few times.
crazy.
And it's like it's such a it's crazy how it's not even like they check, it's just automatic. So automatic is like boom, you're done.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
what, that
Any
quickly?
any like second of anything that's copyrighted, it's just like gone, either demonetized or taken down.
Which is probably more sucky for you because I make about 3 cents on a video. So I mean for you it probably sucks a lot more because you do a lot of samples and stuff, no?
Yeah, yeah. I don't make like a ton off ad revenue because just ad revenue in general isn't that good these days, I feel.
Right.
But like a lot of my videos where I'm sampling a song get taken not taken down, but just deep like copyright claims, so the money from it goes to the original copyright owner.
Right, right.
Um, and yeah, that's what happens most of the time. I think I've had like a couple that have been like tried to be taken down, but you can fight that shit too.
Right,
You can
right.
like whatever. Uh, like fight the claim, and usually it's fine.
It's funny that you
But
say that you don't care much about the ad revenue because the last video I recorded I actually brought you up, and I think I had brought you up because it was I was talking about crossing different mediums, right?
yeah,
And what I said was I always thought of him. I think of him as like a music artist first, and then all the YouTube stuff after.
hmm
Am I incorrect to say that?
no, that's definitely like how I would prefer to be viewed. Honestly,
Right,
I
right,
mean,
right.
I feel like there's a lot of different, like everyone kind of has a different view, and that's just gonna happen when you're doing YouTube and like music and whatever Instagram and a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
different shit. It's kind of just, I feel, wherever people find you first
Right.
is probably what they're gonna associate you with. But I mean, for me, I think of myself as a music artist first, just because that's what I was doing first as well. Like I've been making music for 10 plus years now, and I've only been doing YouTube for a few. So
And the music is your job. The YouTube is just a hobby that you get a couple bucks off. You know what I mean?
yeah, definitely. But the YouTube, like, I mean, when it was first blowing up, definitely brought like a ton of new people to my music.
Right, right.
So it definitely kind of acts hand in hand for me. Like the YouTube is kind of the main thing, other than Spotify playlists and stuff that bring new listeners.
Okay,
So
for your creative process, what are the percentages that you would go into music versus the YouTube stuff? So like, let's say, for me, let's say like if I were you, I would be like, I don't know, I spend about 60% on time of my music and then 40% of the time on YouTube. What would you say that's for you?
this is it's kind of funny because I definitely don't spend like any effort on YouTube videos at all.
Right.
I just sit down, like I don't really plan them out. I just come up with a topic and then I sit down and film for an hour or so
Uh huh.
and post it. Um, and like more recently, I've gotten an editor as well. So that definitely helps speed up the process a lot.
Really?
Because, yeah, for a while I was editing them all myself, which would take pretty much like all in all a day, a
Yeah.
solid day of work for like filming and editing and then uploading.
Yeah, it gets very
Um,
time consuming to edit shit.
Yeah, so it was just taking a lot of time away from my music. So
Mm-hmm.
I just decided to get an editor. It's been super worth it so far. And now I have it planned out. So I spend like one day a week just filming 3 videos. Um, and then I'll send them to the editor and hopefully get like Monday, Wednesday, Friday uploads out of it.
Right,
Although
right.
that's like literally just starting now. Um, I've been super inconsistent before this point, but that's kind of the plan for now. But yeah, like 6 out of 7 days of the week are focused on making like original music, I would say.
Let's talk about the music process for a little bit. Now,
Yeah.
I think we went over this a little bit before, and the podcast was a million years ago, but it seems to me that now that your music is like up a notch. I mean, you said you were gonna go on tour and all this kind of stuff. Now that's for me. That's up a notch. And did you not get an accolade for? Did you not get an accolade?
Wait, for what? Sorry.
Did you not get an accolade for your music?
Oh, no, I got like it's kind of funny. This like Splice plaque, which is like 500,000 downloads of samples. So I do these like sample packs on the
Oh
side
yeah,
where I
yeah.
just release drum sounds and shit. Um, so I technically went gold on Splice, but it's not exactly a music
I don't know.
gold yet.
I found that
But
pretty cool.
we're trying over here.
So, so you get into the studio, let's say, or wherever your
Yeah,
studio is. You're like, I want to make a song right now. What do you do?
yeah.
Do you play some
Damn, that's a good
music?
question.
Do you
Yeah, so like I kind of have like a notepad. I've been doing a lot of shit in just like the iPhone notes lately,
Mm-hmm.
and I usually just like if I'm listening to music, I'm out walking or something, I'll like just write down little parts of songs that I really like or inspire me to like make something out of.
Right.
So I usually like take a look at that, or listen to some music, something like that, just to like get a little bit of inspiration. It's
Mm-hmm.
like when I'm making music, I like to almost like I like to recreate kind of a vibe of a song that I like. So say there's like a Drake song that like makes me feel a certain way. I want
Right.
to like make my song make people feel the
In a
way that
certain way.
the Drake song makes me feel, I
Right.
guess.
Right.
So like it's kind of confusing, but if that makes sense,
No, I
that's
I get what you
kind of
mean.
like, yeah, it's kind of the thought process. So I'll kind of like do that, and then just hop into my program Ableton and just start like messing around. Maybe make a drum loop, make a like synth loop or something,
Mm-hmm.
like play some little melodies out or something. Like there's it really differs, but I always start with the production
Right.
because I'm mainly like a producer and singing kind of came second for me. So I'll usually like make my whatever melody, beat, bass, like just put all the little tracks down, like make something, make an instrumental, and then I'll start just messing around with like vocal melodies over
Mm-hmm.
it. So I like to kind of just mumble out like a melody and try to get the melody or flow down first
First, and
without
then
any words. Because that kind of like adds to the vibe of the song too, I guess, more than the lyrics for me. And
see,
that's just like,
that's interesting to me because for me, somebody who doesn't work in music, I would assume that they go with lyrics first. But for you to say that you go with the melody first, it actually makes a
yeah,
lot more sense. It actually makes a lot more sense. You can make it flow better if you go with the melody first.
yeah, because then you can kind of warp the words and like figure out the wordplay to uh, actually fit to like the melody you want better, I find.
Right,
But I mean,
right.
I'm also sure that some people do lyrics first. I think it just depends on what the artist kind of focuses on.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, like, I was never a big lyrics person. Like, I was never someone who paid attention to the lyrics first. I kind of just paid attention to like the
Sound.
overall sound of the song and like how
Right, right.
it made me feel, like the vibe of it. So that's just kind of my way of doing it, I guess. I'm sure a lot of people do the same, and I'm sure a lot of people do it differently. But um, yeah, then after I record like the mumbles down and like the melody and stuff, then the lyrics come, and after that, it's just mixing, mastering, which is the worst part, probably. Just like it's the most tedious part, I guess.
I've
It's
heard
less
that.
creative.
I've heard. Okay, real quick. This is a bit of a tough question. Actually, I don't know if it's a tough question. You have to kind of look into your inside yourself a little bit. So, let's say you're about to meet a music artist, and let's say
Yeah.
that they didn't start on YouTube. Would it be honest with me now? Would it be embarrassing for you to say that you started like your career kind of got big from YouTube specifically?
Would it be embarrassing?
Right.
Uh,
Because you could get some people that go, oh, you start. Not that I think this, but you can get some people that just started. That would be like, oh, you started off of YouTube or some shit. It's not the same as if we did
no,
this and
yeah,
blah blah blah.
100%. It's definitely like looked down upon by some people.
Uh huh.
I don't think I would be afraid of saying it though,
Right.
honestly.
Right.
Like I think I don't know. I guess you just gotta own it, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion,
No, you're
because
right.
it's like is the place that made me the biggest so far. So I kind of have to credit it for a lot of the success.
Right. Right.
So yeah, I think I would say that.
A little bit, even a little bit, because because
Yeah,
I feel like let's say see, I would love a job in some kind of radio or maybe just for the podcast to be somewhat, whatever. I,
hmm
I would I think I would have some embarrassment to say that I started on YouTube because I grew up listening to guys like Howard Stern, for example, and he started on the radio. It wasn't like there wasn't any podcasting shit back then. So I
yeah,
think I would definitely be, or like if I was working in some different fashion outlet and then people ask me where I started doing shit, I'd say Instagram. I think it would be a little bit embarrassing for me, and I think that's very honest of you to say that.
yeah. No, I definitely like I definitely get that some people don't see it as equal,
Mm-hmm.
but to me, it's just like I've seen so many people take different career paths. I feel like
Right, right.
you can even look at someone like Joji, who was doing
Oh
fucking
yeah,
Filthy,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
or like Drake, who started on Degrassi, or
Right,
like
right, right.
uh, I don't know. Like I find people just forget things so fast that it
No, you're
almost doesn't
right.
matter these
And as
days.
soon as it
Like
doesn't, it's not like it's not a big deal anymore. It's just like, okay, now you doing this. All right, cool. We're cool with that
yeah,
too. Like it's no big
exactly.
deal anymore. I quite
I
like
think
that
it's a
actually.
lot worse if
All right, welcome back, everybody. Just took a little bit of a break there. Now, real quick, I wanted to ask you about this shit.
Mhm.
Have you seen this video? This guy's videos? Maybe is this his stuff? No,
uh
it's not. It's just some random person. But have you seen this guy before?
that guy.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He
No.
it's the most obnoxious thing ever. He'll say like how to make a insert artist here song in 1 minute, right? And he'll do the most terrible piece of shit job, and it doesn't even sound like the artist, and it's so obnoxious. That's the kind of guy, low key, that gives like doing YouTube stuff a bad name. Or I don't even know if he does YouTube. He does some kind of content on TikTok or whatever the hell, and it is so bad. Do you think like oh my god, you have to go? Let me. I can't even put that on. I don't want to get copyright or something. But all he does he'll go on. He'll take like whoever's song. He'll be like, "This is what it sounds like if you do it in 1 minute," and then make it sound nothing like that. What do you think
Yeah.
about people? What do you think about people who cannot produce? And like, cause
Yeah.
you produce great music. So do you ever hear someone and like roll your eyes like, "Oh God, this fucking guy."
I mean, definitely, but I think it all comes down to the reason people are doing it. I would say, like, some people are in it for different reasons.
Uh huh.
Like, some people just pick up FL Studio and they're like, okay, I want to get rich
Uh huh.
off making beats,
Right.
and they just start posting content. Like as soon as they post their first beats on YouTube, and
Mm-hmm.
they're obviously not going to be good because it takes a lot of time to get good at something,
Right.
no matter what you're doing. But they just kind of are in it for the clout or
Mm-hmm.
the money, and they just start like posting stuff instantly. And then there's other people who are obviously more in it just because they actually like making music.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, not to say that the people who are just starting and posting shit aren't in it because they like making music either, but
Mm-hmm.
um, I think it's it's pretty obvious who is like whose motive is what, or like who's doing it for what, I guess. Like,
Right.
not
Right.
gonna I haven't obviously haven't seen this guy, but um
I'm telling you, it's so bad.
there's like there's a lot of uh I don't know, I'm trying to word this nice because
Yeah, you
like
you say it nice.
obviously
I'll say mean things. It'll work like
it's
that.
obviously like I was gonna say something about clickbait, but I feel like anyone who does YouTube knows that clickbait is kind of just the status quo at this point. Not
Mm,
even like clickbait has kind of just morphed into like trying to grab the most attention that you can with your title. Uh,
I still think you could
Obviously not.
grab more attention with a title and not clickbaiting. For me, clickbaiting is literally just lying in a thumbnail. Like it'll be like
Right,
if I
right,
made it
right.
if I made a
Yeah,
video tomorrow talking about how I'm gonna go buy a Lamborghini and then it doesn't happen, that's fucking clickbait.
yeah. That is clickbait. But for me, I feel like clickbait has almost like the definition has almost changed. Like people will call you clickbait if you have like making an epic song in like
Right, right.
15 minutes, and they don't think it's epic. Like they'll be
Yeah.
like, dude, this is not epic, clickbait. And I'm like, okay, well, you have to kind of like exaggerate a little bit and make it seem like the most entertaining as you can from the thumbnail and title, you know?
They said, "I don't think this is what? No, this is my video. It's not your video. What the fuck?"
Yeah, exactly. I think this beat is epic, and that's all that matters.
Bro, that's hilarious to me. That's actually hilarious to me.
Yeah, dude. No, there's a lot. People are very critical for sure, but I mean, it's like it's funny more than more than anything,
Do you say
honestly.
you employ clickbait tactics at all?
Like a little bit. I wouldn't say it's like misleading though.
Uh huh.
Like I do what my titles say. I definitely try to make them the most like kind of visually appealing as I can though.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the caps and like just whatever, like making a banger or something.
Who's your
Oh shit.
who's your audience really when it comes to your YouTube videos, not the music, YouTube videos?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a lot of producers. Like there definitely are a lot of producers I find, but I kind of try to appeal my videos to a more general like music fan
Uh
audience.
huh.
I try not to focus like too much on the technical side of things, just because I don't know. If I if I leave that shit out, it kind of naturally appeals to people who don't have to make music to understand it. I guess.
Right, right, right. So,
Yeah.
what about like an age? Let's say an age range. If you have to choose an age range for people that you want to watch your videos, what would it be?
Well, it is like 18 to 24. I think is the main age range,
For
just by
you,
looking at my analytics. Yeah,
really?
which is kind of surprising, honestly. I expected it to be a little younger.
For me,
Uh,
it's really weird. My age range is like the majority. Like it's almost split down the middle. It's like 25 to 35 is number one, and then
yeah.
18 to 24 is two, and then 13 to 17, and then so on and so forth.
Wow. So it's like almost the same between 25 to 35 and
There's six
18
percent
to
more
20.
people. 6% more people watch 25 to 35. That's so weird to me,
Damn, that's interesting. I wouldn't have thought that either.
right? I'm not even 25 myself, let alone for to have 25-year-old watching me.
Yeah, that's crazy. I guess it's kind of the fashion demographic.
Right, right, and especially because I would like to think I have more adult topics on the show than some other fashion pages. Not to say not including my friends, like some other more cringeworthy or wince-worthy fashion pages.
No, I would definitely say so. I like your topics a lot.
Thank you,
It's
my
always
friend.
interesting, like always interesting content. Whether you're talking about like the direction of a brand or like just kind of high level fashion
Right, right.
topics, it's definitely a little bit more mature. I could say that much.
My thing is just that like I don't want I never want to get to a point where because sometimes you'll probably agree with me this because you're a creative guy as well,
Hmm.
is that when you make something, or maybe you don't feel like this, but when you make something and you go back, do you ever like, are you like, oh, this isn't as good, like I could have made this better or something like that?
Yeah, all the time,
Yeah, that
all
that
the
happens
time.
to me constantly. And the worst of what would want to happen is for me to listen back to something and think it was like wince-worthy, or like I couldn't listen to it.
Right.
I always want to listen to something back and say, "Oh, this is less good than I could do." Not that, "Oh, I hate this and this just sounds disgusting." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. That's definitely something that I think a lot too about.
Do you,
Like,
yeah.
um, yeah, like even with my music from a year or so ago,
Mhm.
I listen back and I'm like, damn, I could do way better than this now.
Right, right, right.
Just like, but I also think that's kind of natural for any person who actually cares about the art they're making.
True.
Like, from like different people I've talked to, I've kind of found that everyone seems to think that way. Like, if
Mhm.
you're not looking back on the art you made a while ago and thinking, not necessarily finding it cringeworthy, but just like
You
not
could do
thinking you
better.
could do better now, then you're not like improving so
100%.
much. So it's kind of a good thing in some ways, I guess.
How crazy are you about the nuances in like songwriting?
Uh, like how specific?
Yeah, like for example, if you're, let's say you're writing, let's say you're writing some lyrics and you hate a line, and it doesn't fit in with the rest of the lines. Do you like crumple off the paper and throw it the fuck out and write whole new shit, or like like how nuances does it get when you're actually creating a song?
Yeah, like I definitely won't leave something in if it's not sounding right to me.
Right.
Like I will sit on it for like a while until I find the right line or the right little sound or
Mm-hmm.
like all that shit. And like it also something that really is one of my big things when it comes to making songs is it needs to sound like really unique to me. Like if it sounds like something else I've made or something else that someone's made, like I just can't get behind it for some reason.
Right, right,
So
right.
like I spend a lot of time just uh not scrapping shit, but like just throwing shit to the side and like
Now,
starting new stuff.
let's say, let's say for example, let's say what I give you. Let's say I drop, let's say $100,000 into your account right now. Just drop it
Yeah,
in there. Come, I did some job. I robbed some bank. I robbed some Armenian gangster. Whatever the fuck. I give you 100K. How do
yeah.
you do? How do you use that to further your career?
To further my career,
Yeah, first thing.
ooh, dude, that's really hard. Honestly, I've
If
always struggled with that type of thought. It's even like when labels like have budgets and shit,
uh huh.
I like don't know how to like use it properly.
If
Because
you
like all of my shit is so DIY.
mm-hmm.
Like I don't need studio time. I don't need. I mean, I would probably like. See, I was gonna say get a feature from some like big
Mm.
artist, but also I feel like it's kind of sus to like buy a feature. So maybe not that. Uh, let's see.
You think it would?
Probably make a sick music video
Right, right.
first of all. Because like even with my current director, more budget just means like cooler like set,
Mm-hmm.
cooler outfits, whatever. Like
Cause
better
it would be cool to
crew,
like if
better
you flew out
location.
somewhere crazy and did a music video. If you had the budget,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
no, exactly. Like go to Iceland or something and
Right,
make a music.
right.
Yeah, I feel like that would be the best use of it first off. Um, so you can easily blow 100K on a music video.
Yeah, I feel like you really good.
Um,
Oh,
then I don't know, probably just like marketing and ads and shit for
mm-hmm.
the music. So you can spend a lot there too.
Is your YouTube not your own marketing though?
It is, yeah.
Because a lot of people, like, if you're doing music, you don't usually have a secondary or tertiary outlet to push your music like that.
No, not at all. I yeah, the YouTube works like super well in that sense for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the main place that I promote my shit.
And it's super
It's
cool to
super.
me that you got verified by Instagram.
Yeah, yeah, that was through YouTube stuff as well, I think.
Really?
Yeah,
How the hell did that
yeah.
happen?
Dude, I honestly still don't know exactly how it happened. Um, I was with the label who released this music video we're playing now at the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I have a feeling they might have had something to do with it as well,
Right,
but
right, right.
they never specifically said, and I never got any email or like DM from anyone about it. So I honestly have no clue where it came from. It very well also could have just been like someone from Instagram watched my music video or my YouTube channel and
Right, and
decided to verify
just
me.
verified, yeah.
Like, yeah, I have no idea. But I mean, it's there's definitely a lot of pluses to having that little check.
Let's get into the nitty gritty, okay, of the music
Yeah,
industry. Now
let's
you
do it.
mentioned that you were with a specific label for this specific video, right?
Yeah,
Now, how crazy does it get in terms of finding a label that it helps you, and in terms of having labels hit you up? How does that work exactly?
dude, it's super like
As much as you can tell, of course.
yeah, no, it's crazy. Like I've definitely had a lot of different label experiences. None
Mm-hmm.
of them have really worked out or benefited me in the ways that
You would
I've
hope.
wanted them to. And that's
Right.
not to say they're bad labels or bad deals, but for the label who I worked with previously, it was more of just creative differences.
Mm-hmm.
Because I signed to them when I was still doing more like electronic style music.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
and it was right at the time where I was starting to sing and like change up my sound. So there's really no hard feelings in that deal
Right.
per se, because I obviously just changed my shit up and they didn't like
They didn't
have
want
much
to.
say in it. So
Mm-hmm.
it kind of just ended mutually. Um, and I've also been in like weird little deals in the past that didn't really do anything for me either. Like my main thing when it comes to labels is you want like money to make music videos and to market your songs with,
Right,
and
right.
you want like connections with uh, the DSPs, which are like Spotify, Apple Music,
Mm-hmm.
um, whatever, YouTube Music, Amazon. Like Spotify is kind of the main one that everyone wants these days, and you
Really?
want like them to be able to pitch you out for playlist spots.
Uh-huh.
So, because like Spotify playlists are like the main thing that artists use to grow at this point,
You
at
mean to
least
tell
in
me
music.
a placement in a Spotify playlist is bigger than a YouTube? I mean, not YouTube. Sorry, Apple Music one.
Yeah, way bigger.
Really?
Yeah, Spotify has like way more users than Apple Music these days.
Let's say let's say Davidson Sonny me. I
Hmm.
am a music artist. I'm on
Yeah,
SoundCloud, and let's say I'm getting about 10,000 listens of a song, right? Maybe some of them spike up to 40,000. Maybe some of them dip down to 6,000. How do I get a label to contact me, and how do I work for that label? How does that work?
I mean that's also really tough because a lot of the time you'll have either a manager hit you up first,
Right,
who manages like some other big artist that you might be fans of already. So like
right.
you kind of know they're legit through that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you might have an A&R from the label hit you up, which is like artists and repertoire, I think.
Okay.
And they basically just do like scouting for a label.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have that. But honestly, like you want in these days a label to really want you.
Right, right,
Um, like you don't want to be begging for a label to sign you because that's just going to lead to a bad deal,
right,
and
right.
like they're going to take advantage of you and just give you like whatever deal they want to, and it's going to kind of fuck you over for the most part. And that's where you hear all the horror stories of artists being like
Mm-hmm.
completely fucked by labels.
Now,
uh,
I hear a lot of the worst thing I hear is a 360 deal. Could you explain that?
yeah, so a 360 deal is when a label it's basically when a label takes all of your different revenue streams into your deal. So like a
Mm,
regular deal, they would just take royalties from the music. And most of the time they pay you out in advance.
right.
So say they pay you 100K, you're not going to see any revenue from your songs until you recoup 100K back to the label. So it's
Right.
basically like your advance is like a loan basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so a 360 deal is instead of you only having to recoup your advance through the songs,
Uh-huh.
you have to recoup it through your merch, your touring,
Oy
your
vey.
just like everything that's associated with your
Oh
name
my
as an
god.
artist. So they really get artists that way. And a lot of artists don't see any money for like years and years
Wow.
after they sign their deal. So yeah, a 360 deal can really like get in the way of that.
Why would somebody sign one to begin with? Are they not looking at the contract or
Well, it depends. Like some artists get lucky and a 360 deal kind of works in their favor because a lot of the time, because like basically after your deal is recouped, most of the time you're still not going to get all of the money from your music. You might only get like 10% or 20% if you're signed to a major label,
uh-huh.
even after the deal is recouped.
Right.
Uh, so like some artists, like I'm pretty sure I've heard of Uzi doing this,
Mm-hmm.
and like some really big rappers basically sign like I'm not sure if it was a 360 deal or not. I can't really speak on it, but just for example, they might do a 360 deal and negotiate that they'll get say 30% after it's recouped versus 20%.
Right.
So they'll make more in the long run
Right,
after
right.
their music is recouped. So it's kind of like a longer term play,
Right.
and I've heard that happening before. But I don't know like who specifically, but it's kind of just like the business side of things is all about kind of the negotiation and like the longer term play. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you think you're gonna be able to get, I don't know, a better, more money in the
In the
long
long
run by
run.
signing something worth starting off, then it might be like something you have to consider, I guess.
Let's
Kind of
change
just like,
let's change topics for a second here.
yeah, yeah,
So I listened to this sports broadcaster. His name is Colin Coward, right? And one of the main things he says is that he says when you have a serious job, you take it with a little more leniency, right? You have a little bit of fun with it. When you have a more
yeah.
fun job, fashion, music, whatever, comedy, you take it really serious, so that when you're having fun, it's a result of all the hard work you put in. Just based on like work ethic that you see, what are some music artists that you'd like to collab with?
Just based on work ethic.
You're right. Someone
Uh,
that you admire, you're like, oh, I have to work with them. Look at how hard they work.
Dude, Nick Mira has a great work ethic. I feel. He's like a producer.
What's his name? Nick
Uh,
Mira.
what's that?
What's his name? Nick Mira. Oh, there he
Nick
goes.
Mira. Yeah, Nick Mira. He's a big producer right now.
Right.
Um, who else? Literally anyone who's like constantly in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks like Yachty is in the studio a ton.
Right. Right.
Like Travis, um, like Drake. It seems like is in the studio
A
all the
bunch.
time. Uh, Wait, who's that?
No, I said you're right. He sounds like he's in there a bunch.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like anyone who just seems like they're constantly making songs and like just for the love of it and not really worrying about which ones are gonna drop. Like even like Cardi and Uzi, like you just see a million leaks from
Yeah.
them. Like they
Right.
have
Right.
infinite music popping up everywhere. Like that's kind of what I like,
Right. How
and
the
that's kind of like my inspiration on how I'm trying to be with my work ethic too. Like it obviously takes a long time to get there, uh, but I feel like just through being consistent and like making music every day, you eventually kind of get to the point where that's all you want to do.
how the hell does so many Cardi songs get leaked? How the hell does that work? Like
Honestly, I have no idea.
every fucking song he makes gets leaked.
I know, right? I have a feeling he does it himself.
I had a theory that he gives a lot of his songs to his friends and they just pass it around and then eventually just comes out into the public.
That could very well be the case too. He just texts his friends like his songs after the studio that night.
Nope.
Just like
But really, how would a music artist you get their music leaked if they're sitting in the studio making music and all of a sudden boom they get leaked? How the hell would that happen?
it depends. Like I feel like a lot of the time, you're always like sending your music to your managers at least.
Right.
So like either your manager like sends it to your label people maybe, and they send it to like their friends,
Right.
and
Right.
then
Right.
like I've also got leaked music in my inbox before just through like
Uh oh.
labels trying to flex almost. They'll be like, "Yo, we just got this like unreleased Halsey song, but like don't share it."
What?
And it's like, okay, you just leaked it though because you
Wait. Wait.
sent it to
Wait.
like some random artist that you didn't know.
What? That's so crazy to me.
Yeah, it's weird. Like
That
it definitely gets passed around way too much a lot of the time. Like the higher the profile, the more secure it is, I think. But I've definitely seen music leaked that way before.
that is so bizarre to me. Why in
I know.
God's name would they have sent it to you? I don't understand.
Yeah, it's super whack. Or like they're trying to get remixes or something like before the song comes out, and they'll just like send it to a bunch of people.
That sounds crazy to me.
Yeah,
It's
dude, it's the music industry is like the least professional industry ever. It's super unprofessional.
what makes it so unprofessional besides that shit?
I don't know. I feel like no one really takes it like super seriously
Uh
except
huh.
like the big like label heads.
Right, right, right.
Everyone kind of just like, I don't know, takes like a really long time to like respond or like get on the call.
I think
They're
that's
always like
probably
being around people.
I think that's probably a result that like But a lot of the time when you're starting something, I don't know if this is the true for you. A lot of the time when you're starting something and you're trying to do your own thing, people will kind of like clown you or whatever if you're taking it way too serious.
Yeah.
Did that ever happen to you like in high school or whatever, or somebody they're like, what the fuck is he doing
Oh,
like
definitely.
trying
Yeah.
so hard to make
Uh,
music for?
it's fucking hilarious. Like a lot of the people who I went to high school with that would like meme on me back then, like hit me up now and like try to like ask me how I'm doing. It's really funny.
Isn't that like the fucking best? That's like the best thing that can happen to you. That's happened to me probably like not that many times, but like twice, three times.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
this dude that used to be just an asshole to me. He tried to ask me for a job. I'm like, no, like, I don't like.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, it was like I would have to go back months and months and months to go see, but like he was like, yo, like, do you have any openings? Like, can I help? Like, I'm like, no, I don't like you. I don't
That's
work with
so
you. It's so
that's hilarious.
weird, right? That's so weird to me. It's like,
It's a
no,
great feeling, honestly.
it is. It is a great feeling.
Yeah.
It's like an incel's dream, but like still, it's like a fucking great feeling. I
For
love that
real.
shit. Like what's you have some audacity, trying to
I
ask
know,
me for a job.
right?
Has anyone from school
It's
ever
so
tried to work with you at all?
definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Like,
not in like a bad way either. Just like somebody like, hey, like,
no, yeah, like people have definitely hit me up for it before, whether
mm-hmm,
it be like helping with a music video or uh like wanting production for like their like little songs that they're trying to start
right,
or like random shit like that.
yeah, yeah.
It's always usually left on red, but
How easy is it to work with Ramzoid?
honestly, I'm the type of person that really just likes working on shit by myself. So like
Really?
I don't know, it's I don't do many collaborations really.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm always happy to like sit down and like shoot the shit with people or like hang out or just like become friends like outside of
Right, right.
business shit. But
Outside
like
of
when
doing
I'm
music.
actually like working on my songs that I'm gonna release, like I don't generally work with many people on them. That very well could change too.
Right.
It's just kind of like I
Opinions can
feel like I've
change.
just been used to working by myself for so long that it's like I have this sound that I'm going for, and like I don't know,
Right, right. So
it's kind of the most natural thing just for me to like sit down and do it myself.
like if somebody hits you up and they're like, and they go like, yo man, I got this new track coming out. You can
Mhm.
hop on. I need some singing bars for you, from
Yeah.
you. I'll pay you. That's I don't know what's like. How much would they have to pay you?
Are they like a known person or just like a
They're
random?
not. They're not. They have like, let's say they have 6,000 subscribers. I mean, 6,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
So they got a little
Uh,
bit of buzz going.
honestly, I would if I liked their music, I would do it.
Really, just
That's
do it.
because that's yeah, I would just do it because it's not like it's not like my own song. Like if I'm featuring it on someone else's song, that's a
Right,
different thing.
right, right,
I
right, right.
feel. And I would be down. I would be more down for that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I would definitely be down to have like some features on my music eventually too.
Mm-hmm.
But it would kind of have to be the right vibe, I
It'd have
guess.
to be like
Like,
perfect.
yeah, I would be very picky about it. I think.
Because I feel like whenever I listen to your music, it's very nuanced. So I feel like you would definitely spend a lot of time trying to find someone specific to hop on with you, or so to speak.
Yeah, exactly,
But
exactly.
but let's
And
say,
I would also.
yeah, go ahead.
Or sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay. I was just gonna say I would also be down to like start producing more for other people if they
Mm-hmm.
wanted that. Like just even sending beats out to rappers and shit.
Okay, so let's say that tomorrow I miraculously started my music career. Okay.
Yeah.
And I had the worst piece of shit song ever. Like you've never heard anything this bad. I go, Ramzoid, we're boys. Like you just did my podcast. Will you hop on
Yeah.
this? Will you hop on this song with me? What would you say? Like it's the worst song ever too. It's so
The
bad.
worst song ever.
It's so bad. It's the worst song. And I sound like I don't know. I sound really terrible, and it's the worst production you ever heard.
Damn, dude.
What would you
I don't
say?
know. I'd probably say no.
But then if you said no, and I was like, bro, we just did my podcast. Like, why can't you? Why can't you do the song with me?
Dude, I'm so bad. Like, I would probably just not respond, honestly. That, like, I get to a point when people press where I just like don't respond. I'm
Right,
like,
right, right.
say it. I'm like, don't want to be mean, but
Nah, yeah, I
yeah.
feel you. Sometimes people will ask me to be on the podcast, and I'll be
Oh, yeah.
and I've watched some of their content or seen their content before. I'm like, like nope, I can't do it. Or like
What do you say? Do you respond to them, or do you just like
I have to. I hate leaving people on. Like I respond to literally everyone. I don't know. I'm a mental patient in that case. So like I'll
right?
be like I'll just have to lie because I can't not respond to somebody. But I'll be like yeah we'll do it Never do
Yeah.
it. Never do it.
No, I've definitely said that too before. Just like yeah, like a general like response, not really planning a date or anything. Just
Right.
like being like, yeah, sure, and then like kind of leave it from there.
Now let's say I did the worst song ever, right? And I was asking you, and then you weren't responding, and I said, "Yo, I'll give you 10K to do the song with me. 10K. Would you do it then?
What do you need from me? You need a verse?
I need
You
a
need a hook?
verse. I need a verse and like, and you know something like that really terrible artists do, where they'll go like back and forth on a hook. We'll do that too. So you'll
Oh
go
yeah,
first, and we'll go back
it's
and
not
forth on
back
a
and
hook.
forth, bro.
Yeah, we gotta go back and forth on the hook too.
Oh jeez, dude. Honestly, I'd probably do it. Why
10K,
not? Fuck
10K,
it,
10K. That's a lot of clothes you could buy.
right? Yeah, probably do it,
Do you have like a grailed piece that you'd like a grail piece that you'd buy?
dude. Yeah,
Oh, tell
I
me.
haven't seen any online, but the Raf Simmons 2003 like cargos. Do you know what I'm talking about? Let me
The
like find a picture and link you.
right
There's
here.
like wait, hold up. Let me open my Discord. Oh,
It's
where'd it
gotta
go?
be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those. Yeah.
These are going for
That,
20K on this website. 20K.
dude, they're not worth that much. It's
No,
so funny.
no.
I tried messaging that guy
Really?
because like they like previous pairs go for like 2 to like 5K
Yeah.
on
I
average.
don't know what
Uh,
he's thinking.
yeah, like I've seen them go for that like within the past like year or two. There's been like a couple pairs sold for that much.
Really? You tried?
Um,
Wait. Tell me. You tried to message him?
yeah, dude, I tried to message this guy and I was like, how about 3K? And
Oh.
he just said no, all caps, and blocked me.
Oh. Ramzoid,
And then
you got money like that. You got 3K to
dude,
just.
and then I made a new account because I just wanted to like see what he would say if he's actually like that far up his ass that he wants 20K.
Yeah.
And I just messaged him. I was like 8K question mark, like not even thinking that I was gonna pay that, just to see
Right.
what he
Just to see what
said
he says.
to like troll him. And he said that is honestly so disrespectful and blocked that account
Bro, it's
too.
disrespectful that you have these for 20K. That's
Right,
disrespectful.
dude?
Want to talk disrespectful? Dude, you got
Right.
3K to be dropping on some pants? Oh, okay. All right, you
Wait,
ain't
what?
got. I said you got 3K to be dropping on some pants. Okay,
Maybe.
I see you. I see. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'll keep it like that. I'll keep it right there, but
Right there.
my man's just doing numbers. That's all I gotta say. My man's just doing numbers. Nah, I went pretty crazy with buying new clothes because of quarantine and shit.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I fucking spent.
What's your favorite cop recently?
Probably my Margiela boots. If I can,
Ooh, tabbies. I
yeah.
think I saw those. Dude,
I've been
sick.
waiting on a pair of these for like 100 fucking years, and you can't even see it that well. But I've been waiting on a pair of these for 100 years. I saw them. The price is right. I had the money. I wasn't gonna go anywhere in the next however many weeks because you know Corona. So I was like, fuck it. Let me buy them right
Yeah,
now. Let me buy them.
true. Hell yeah, that's what's up.
So that's definitely the last pair. That's like the best thing I gotten in the past however many days or whatever. I'm like, oh, I love this.
Nice.
And
That's been the grail.
yeah, for sure. And it sucks I haven't had any like where to wear them really lately, but
Yeah, true,
that should
dude.
change soon. That should change soon.
Yep, 100%.
Yo, you know,
Although it might not be the best summer vibe either, but
nah, definitely
you
not.
gotta do it.
You should come through for I don't know, maybe it'll be open by then, but September Fashion Week.
Ooh, I wonder if it'll even happen.
Yeah, I know. But if it does happen, you got to make a little New York trip, come through. That would be
Yeah,
fire.
yeah, I'm so down, super down.
That would be dope, man. Maybe,
Hell yeah,
maybe even shoot a little video while you're in New York. Who knows? Who knows?
yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
I'll
I
show.
had this idea the other day to like make a fashion YouTube channel,
Uh huh.
but just do it completely anonymously.
Oh,
So
that'd be
like
cool.
no one would know. I wouldn't associate it with Ramzoid. Just like pop up and start doing like random fashion content.
I have a
Oh,
music channel that's anonymous. Not for music that
really?
I'm not for music that I made. But have you ever watched any of these like videos that mash up music and like a cartoon or some shit like that?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I have one of
yeah.
those, just for
Oh,
fun.
nice.
Yeah, just for fun. I was like, I'm fucking bored.
Yeah.
Let me take some songs I like, take some anime that I like, and fucking mash it up.
No, definitely. Yeah.
And everything.
That's
That's
that's the best.
that's
Like
fun,
that's kind of the same idea I have with the fashion shit because I just like doing it
right?
and
Just
kind of
like just something a little fun. That'd be cool.
yeah, totally. I
I,
feel like eventually people might find out, and then
Probably. If I grow big enough, somebody will roughly find out.
yeah. But until then, it's
It's
just
just
it's all fun and
anonymous.
games.
It's a secret. It's on the hush hush.
Yeah, exactly. If you're listening to this and you see an anonymous fashion account, you might have a little tip.
Are you gonna use your voice?
Ooh,
You have a very
I feel like I would
distinguishable
pitch it or
voice.
something.
You gotta do
But
what?
like pitch it up,
Oh, that's a
make
good
it really
idea.
sweet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Be like a little kid or some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be a good
Cardi
idea.
baby voice.
Yeah, Cardi Baby Voice. That'd be fire. That could be the fucking name of the channel. Although I'm assuming somebody would has already taken that.
That's a good. That's actually a really good idea.
All right. Well, not fuck. Now you can't use that name because we just fuck.
Oh, true. We just leaked it. Shit.
Damn. All right.
Oh,
Everyone, don't look for Cardi Baby Voice.
do not.
Do not look for that. Now, low key, that would be a good name.
It would. It would probably pop off easier than like some random name too.
Yeah, for sure.
It has Cardi in it.
Bro, what do you think about Cardi's style? I saw this
Dude,
one post. He said it looked like he dressed like a gay vampire. I was crying. No, I think they said he dressed like a bisexual vampire or some shit. It's the funniest
honestly, I,
shit.
I I can see it, but
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, I'm like a big Rick head in the first place,
Uh huh.
so like I'm into it for sure.
Hmm.
Um, it's definitely like very very like that kind of
It is.
Rick,
You're
like
right.
Matthew Williams,
A leaks
uh,
type look.
yeah, like a leaks style. I like it though.
Me too. No, I love his style. I mean, the
Yeah,
description fits perfectly, but I love his style. He's definitely one of the better just rappers out here.
yeah, no, 100%. Can't deny it.
Honestly, when you start going up and up and up, you're gonna become synonymous with one of those music artists that is like music and fashion. Like, yeah, there's a bunch of music artists who do music and fashion. Cardi's one of them. Like Uzi's one of them. Like a few other guys are like,
I would love for that to happen just because I love fashion so much. It's just like I spend so much time just like browsing through Instagram
oh
and Grail
yeah.
and shit
I,
that
sp-
like it's just kind of natural.
I spend way too much time looking on Grail at just bullshit all day and night.
Same, dude. I have fucking bookmarks for like certain things that I want to find.
Yeah, I have bookmarks for Grails that are like worth like so much money that I'm just not gonna cop in any timely manner. But I'm like, fuck it anyways, because I might, who knows, I might
Right.
stumble across some money on the
I
floor.
stumbled across some bands.
Yeah, I'm gonna stumble
that
across 6 bands on the floor, and I'll be able to buy the Grail that I want.
Yeah,
But
dude. I made an investment recently.
oh really? What was that?
Yeah, I found some Chrome Hearts jeans.
Oh, now you haven't uploaded these at all? You haven't taken a picture with them?
No, not yet.
Oh, you need to get on that.
It'll come. I'm trying to get reposted by all the fucking Chrome Hearts fan pages.
Bro,
But
getting reposted nowadays is harder than anything. I don't even care anymore. I used to get reposted a lot all the time on all these pages, and I'm like, why do I care anymore? It's not that deep.
yeah, no, true. It doesn't really matter. I
It
feel like
doesn't
the
really matter.
explore page is more important.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they're just like going up in value so much that like I figured, it's a wise investment.
You know
in my
what?
opinion.
Somebody today actually, somebody thought they like chrome hearts came from Japan. I'm like, nigga, what are you saying to me? We were talking about this. We were talking to one of my friends talking about going to Japan, and I was like, "Yo, if you go to Japan, pick me up some stuff like some number nine or whatever." And then they were
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, and get some Chrome Hearts too." I'm like, "What? Like, what are you, bro?" They're like, I'm not trying to be an
Go to
elitist.
LA, bro.
Yeah, yeah, go to LA. I'm not trying to be an elitist, but if you don't know, just don't say anything.
Yeah,
You know what I
for
mean?
real.
Because you're just gonna make yourself look dumb, and I gotta point out that you look dumb, and now you look dumb because I pointed out you look dumb, and now you look super dumb, and it's a whole
It's not a
cycle.
good situation.
It's a not a good situation. Just
Not
pretend like
good.
just pretend that you don't know. That's it.
Exactly. Just be like, oh wait, where is Chrome Heads from? I'll
Right,
explain
right,
this.
right. And then I'll explain it
This,
because I'm
this.
not an asshole, and I'll explain it.
Yeah.
Have you ever had something like somebody say something really embarrassing to you, like in terms of music, where it's just totally wrong?
Oh, 100%. Like music and clothing.
Oh God,
I'm trying to think of like,
yeah, you got to give me a horror story
what? Dude, I have to think of something.
where you were just like,
Uh,
oh my God. I'll tell you one real quick.
yeah,
So
yeah. Tell me.
I used to go to the well if Corona wasn't here I'd still be going to casino a lot, but I used to go to casino a lot. And
Oh
one
yeah.
time I'm at an electronic blackjack table, and it's like five of us, and we're winning tons and tons of money. And this is like it's me and one of my friends, and then a bunch of and like three random ass dudes that are just cool. So and
Yeah.
if you know anything about gambling, when you get cool people at the table and you're just having fun and shit and having all this fun, it's dope. And one of the kid like the he must have just turned 18 and went there. He said something. He was like, yeah, like so, like I'd be making a lot of money. I'm like, oh, that's dope, dude. And he was like, sometimes I'd be counting cards on here, and if you don't know, you can't count cards on electric because they don't show you when they shuffle. So I was just like, so I was like, what? And then I was like, well, you can't
Really
count,
doesn't exist.
right, right. And I'm like, well, I wasn't even trying to be a dick to him, but I just kind of slipped out. And if I wouldn't have said anything, but I was just like, well, you can't count cards on electric, so.
Oh my god.
And he was like, "No, no, no. I mean like in person." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah. I got what you meant. Yeah, yeah. I got what you're saying. Like, just try not to embarrass him."
Just trying to backtrack on it.
Right, right, right. Yo, okay. Now you better have a story for me. Anything.
Dude, I'm trying to think. I still can't think of one. I just know it's happened so many times. Like, oh, one time, I do remember one time. I think I was in LA wearing a pair of like Saint Laurent Wyatts.
Uh huh.
Um, just like walking, and someone like came up and started asking about them, and they were like convinced. They were like, "Oh, dude, like." They thought there was some like knockoff version, like one of those brands that makes really similar
Yeah,
ones.
yeah, yeah.
Yo, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
My screen froze for a
yeah.
second.
You're
I thought
good.
you cut out.
No,
Never
no, no, no,
mind.
no. I'm
Okay.
here. I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, I forget exactly what happened, but they were like asking me about like one of those brands that like makes Wyatt knockoffs because there's like a bunch of
What?
those like fake like cowboy-esque boot
Mm-hmm.
knockoffs. And they were like convinced that I was wearing one, and they were like trying to tell me about like this brand. I was like, nah, these are Saint Laurent. Like,
Right. Like,
like you
no.
can look at like there's no tag on the outside, I don't think, but like they are like I'm not gonna take it off and show
Yeah.
you,
Right. Right.
but
Right.
like you clearly don't know what you're talking about. And it's just like he
Yikes.
kept like trying. He was like convinced that they weren't Saint Laurent, and I
Oh
was
god.
like, dude,
Oh
like what are you
god.
trying to prove right
Yeah, yeah.
now?
I'm like, can you leave? Like, can you leave me alone? Like, what?
Yeah, exactly. I was like fuck off. Like
Have you ever had
this
someone
doesn't make
tell you something about your music that's totally off? Like, what if like someone was like, "Oh, you're the guy that makes like jazz music, right?" Have you ever had any
oh,
somebody that said like that?
dude, I mean, a lot of people still consider my music like EDM, which like
No,
it's not really at all.
it's not.
But I definitely get that a lot. Like,
Yeah,
oh, you make like EDM music, right? And I'm like,
no,
uh, not really.
no.
But I mean, if to each their own.
Yeah, I had
That's
like a,
definitely the thing I get the most, though.
I was that's kind of shit is annoying. I had a close friend tell me the other day that I wore streetwear,
Hmm.
and I'm like, did you like? They're not into fashion, but they were like, oh, you wear like streetwear, right? I'm like, are you not paying attention to me at all, or like, do you just not
Yeah,
care?
That's a big thing
It's
too.
like
I
that's not
def-
what I wear.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like streetwear is a, not to say that my friend was doing this, but I feel like streetwear is an easy way to put like a style that isn't terrible or isn't in the norm in a box. It's like
Yeah, I
the
feel that too. Kind of just anything that's like a little bit different looking.
they're
Or
like,
like,
oh, you're wearing streetwear, right? I'm like, no, not at all, actually.
yeah.
This is
What would you
this,
consider streetwear at this point? Like actually.
streetwear to me is still like a lot of the skater looks. So
Uh
like
huh.
anything that's like Ibisu, things like Ten Deep or Supreme, obviously Bape. You got other brands like I can't think off top, but that kind of aesthetic.
Yeah. No, I definitely know what you mean. You see that a
I
lot.
used to know a ton of streetwear brands too, but I just can't think of one. I can't think of them off top. But like stuff like that to me is definitively streetwear. Definitively.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I agree 100%.
I don't, just because just because I wear something that's different doesn't mean streetwear. I like this outfit for example. Is not.
Mhm.
I don't think that could be considered streetwear. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. It doesn't
Wait,
look
can you
like.
click on it?
No, I can't because I'm not. I have to log in and
Oh
shit.
shit. Yeah, I think I saw that though. Yeah, definitely not streetwear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, has anyone ever said like, "Oh, are you wearing streetwear or something like that?"
Yeah, definitely. But also, I'm like, I don't know. I don't really like know exactly what streetwear is.
Mm.
So, I mean, I definitely know what the look is, and I don't think that I'm like super streetwear
I would
esque.
say you're not at
But
all.
um, I also like don't necessarily know the like definitive categories well enough to like say like, oh no, this isn't streetwear. This is like something else.
The thing is, it's gotten so blended that
Yeah, exactly.
it's
That's what
hard
I
to be
feel
like
too.
in one specific category where you're like, oh, you're definitively this or definitively that.
No, 100%. Like for me at least, and I feel like for a lot of people who dress a certain way that might be a little bit different or
Mm-hmm.
like whatever, they kind of just dress. They've kind of like developed their own personal style over time, and
Right,
it
right.
just kind of ends up being whatever it ends
Whatever
up.
conglomeration of different styles that you
Yeah,
like.
there doesn't have to be like a term for it, you know.
Where do you draw like the majority of your fashion inspiration from? Would you say?
Uh, Majority of my fashion inspiration.
Like for me, I don't even draw. I draw fashion inspiration from a lot of for lack of for not to sound like a nerd or anything, but like a
Yeah,
lot of Japanese anime or like video games and stuff like that. That is like where a lot of my like where I see shit like that, I'm like, oh, that looks cool, and then not even try to imitate it, but just subconsciously, I think my style is influenced by that kind of stuff.
that's dope. That's
Yeah,
really cool. I
right,
love
right,
that.
right.
Yeah, I would definitely say some of that type of stuff
Uh
for
huh.
me, like whether it be video games, like Maple Story back in the day
I
was like
remember that.
definitely just like subconsciously influences like everything I do.
I already remember that.
Uh, but other than that, like definitely like shapes and silhouettes are like kind of what I go for first,
Right, right.
which isn't necessarily like inspiration, I guess, but I don't know. A lot of the time, I'll have like an idea for a kind of like shape of an like
Mm.
a full outfit that I want to pull off, and then like build it
That's
from there.
that's really cool. Actually, I've never heard anyone say that. That's dope. Actually.
Yeah, like say like I've been kind of into like flared pants recently,
Mm-hmm.
and like say for that like second picture there, like
This
I
one.
just kind of wanted like yeah, just like the shape of like that like kind of boxy jacket over top, and like I don't know the bag and like the pants kind of like
Yeah, yeah. It's a dope
or
look.
like
It looks super
skinny-ish
dope.
go out at the bottom. Like I don't know. That kind of like was a shape inspired
Mm-hmm. I,
outfit.
I like that actually.
Thanks, man.
I'm gonna have to take that. No, I'm just, no, no. I see what you mean though. That's dope. I actually fuck with that a
Even
lot.
just like the proportions of like the shirt to pants and stuff, because I'm kind of short. So like if I wear a longer shirt, like it's just gonna make me look super short.
Really?
So I kinda,
For some reason, I think you're like. I thought you were like super tall. How tall are you?
nah, I'm 5'7".
Oh, really? Oh shit! What the hell? You look like you're 6'5".
Dude. That means it's working.
Yeah, it is. No, you're right. It's fucking working.
It's working. Yeah.
All right,
Wait, how tall are you? I'm curious
I'm like
now.
5'10".
Okay,
I'm.
that's probably around like
Uh,
where I expected.
I wish I was. I wish I was tall though. Let me tell you, I have a bunch of giant fucking friends, and I look
Oh,
like a
really?
tiny person.
Are
Yeah.
you like the short one?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and I'm not even that short. I'm just the short one, but still, like all my
Right,
friends are taller
right.
than me.
Yeah.
It
It's
sucks.
funny. I never feel short until I'm like hanging out with really tall people because a lot of my friends are like similar height.
Nigga, if I were you, I'd be like, if anyone ever try to call my short, like I'd be like, nigga, go look at my YouTube, 3,250
Go look at my
subscribers.
Instagram. I'll look tall online.
Yeah, go look at. All right, for all the ladies listening, Ramzoid is about 6'5", so don't. Whatever we just said, we're just making some jokes. See, I got you. I got you.
Didn't happen.
Did not happen.
Yes, up. Yes, the fuck up.
With that being said, man, I think we talked about everything. Is there anything you want to plug? Anything you got coming out soon? Or
Not really, man. Just doing music, doing YouTube. Just
everyone,
check it all out. Hit
exactly.
me up.
Go make sure to check out his YouTube channel. Go make sure to check out Instagram. Go check out his Twitter even. And matter of fact, if you have a bad song, what we learned today, if you have a bad song and you want him as a feature, you have to fork up $10,000.
Get those bands ready.
If anything we learned today, that's what we learned. If you want a good feature, get $10,000 and make sure you have it ready. How do you
I
operate?
need
Through
to get Chrome
PayPal?
Hearts.
How do you operate via
Yeah,
PayPal?
PayPal ready.
Be PayPal ready. All
Support
right.
my Chrome Hearts addiction.
Thank you for hopping on today, man. Appreciate it.
Dude, of course. Anytime. Thanks for having
Of
me.
course, bro. Thanks you for watching, everybody, and goodbye.